Hi, it's Paul from QR4rigs. This is an instructional video of how to attach one of our QR4rigs Winwing compatible extensions to a Winwing base. In this instance we've got an Orion 2 base, and I'm going to be using this 150K50 extension. Okay, so a few things I want to point out before we start. Let's take the washer off. Winwing bases come with a gaiter. That gaiter pushes up this socket, so much so that it's very hard to align the joystick in, because you can't see, because there's high sides. Okay, we appreciate that. So there's a way around this, and here's the trick. This gaiter, if you place your fingers around the gaiter and pop down, it will go pop. Basically, it's trapped between the bottom of the knurled screw and this circlip. I don't know if you can see that circlip I'm wobbling around. Okay, you can put it back there afterwards, but this is how you do the installation. You pop the gaiter down. Okay, popping the gaiter down means that this goes all the way to the bottom, touches that circlip, which means you've got a much greater visual access in here, so you can start aligning things properly when you push it down. So, a few things to note. One, there's a tang here, there's a silver tang on the socket. You're used to seeing that because that's what you align the dimple with on the plugs that you've got. Okay, for the grip and that, there's a dimple here. See that? There are 3 dimples. There's 2 dimples, one on either side of this cutout area of the shield. Okay, and there's 1 dimple here, which is in the centre of the longest part of the shield. That's the one we're going to be using. This dimple aligned with that tang. So all we need to do, it doesn't matter which way around this is because this rotates, is align this dimple with that tang. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to pull them together. We can't see, we push this down, we can see, and when you do that, what you get is a solid connection. So I'm just going to turn it around this way. It's solid. As you can see, it is moving the whole unit. Okay, there's no wobble. It's not doing this inside this because I'll push this down. Okay, so it's not inside this. Okay, if it doesn't feel all the way down, just rotate the knurled screw clockwise 1 turn. That will take it off any threads that it's already on and allow the mating surfaces, that's this surface here and this surface here, to actually join together, or collide together if you like, fully, before doing up any screws. Okay, so push this down, or rather, just to summarise, pop the gaiter down, which allows you to push this knurled screw down, align the dimple with the tang, get it aligned, dead easy. You can turn it to where you want at that point, then you can turn clockwise to get it off the thread. You hear that pop, that was just it getting off the thread, and then you can start turning anti-clockwise. I'm using the lightest of finger and thumb pressure here. There's no forcing, there's nothing going on, no guesswork. We've aligned it properly, we could see what we were doing, and there it is. So that's the trick. Okay, of course we want really the washer on, because the washer allows us to tighten it up without using the grub screw, and that makes it really handy because you haven't got to use any tools at all. So washer on, this will have turned now, because it turns, it rotates. Find the single tang in the centre of the raised part, align it with the tang, or dimple should I say, align it with the tang in the socket. We know it's pointing this way, that won't change, this might because this rotates. So align that dimple with that tang in, push down. Okay, you can feel it pushing down, it's mated, it's moving the whole unit, and then tighten the knurled screw. As you can see, this is out of whack, so just before you finish tightening, you can turn that to the desired position, whether it's slightly off centre or whether you want it directly on the centre, and just tighten that up. finger and thumb pressure, tightening that up, is enough to hold it in place with that compression washer on. We supply 2 compression washers, another one for the top, which is out of focus because of the depth of field on the camera, but there you go. So whether it's the standard, or not so standard, yeah, a kinked extension like this, the 150, or whether it's a tilted forward extension like this, which is the 40, or whether it's one that doesn't fit on the screen, which is the 250, they're all the same. Really straightforward when you know what you're doing. And the trick is to move this gaiter down so that you can pop this knurled screw down to give you the access to see what you're doing. Hope that's been helpful.